Going on YouTube? I don't know if I need a hat on. Such a beautiful day today. I know we got this whole coronavirus thing going on. A lot of places are closing. They got us on lockdown. They pretty much don't want us to go anywhere that we don't have to go. I'm stopping by to check on someone, and then I am going to Walmart. So if you got people that you know by themselves or whatever, make sure you call and check up on people, make sure everybody's straight. For all of us that are capable of, I'm gonna let the top down today. It's one of the rare occasions where I can. The weather is like 70 degrees out, nice, beautiful, and sunny. It's the perfect day to let the top down, right? Don't let the windows up though. We don't want none of that COVID-19 flowing up through the window. I do have my mask, people. Make sure you mask up everywhere I fucking go. If I'm gonna be around a crowd of people, mask on. So I'm encouraging other people to do the same thing. Make sure you mask up in these troubling times. A lot of people don't know. I did some studying, and most people could contract it, of course, from person to person, but it's mostly through the nose and mouth. That's how most people are catching this coronavirus or this COVID-19. They're catching it through the mouth. Somebody cough, spit, whatever, shit hit you in the face, or you get just a little wetness of it. You breathe it in, or you suck it in, or you taste it. Now it enters into your throat. Once it enters into your throat, then you have you start developing a sore throat. The coronavirus or the COVID-19 virus, just like any other virus, it wants to reproduce. So, but it needs a host to do that. We are the host, the humans. So once it enters our body, now it's found a comfortable environment to reproduce. So that's the process that it starts. That's why most people begin with the simplest thing as a sore throat. So once they get this sore throat, now, you feeling the effects of it because you have a sore throat. And with that sore throat or bag into your nose or your mouth, it always your throat first, and it's reproducing, it's multiplying. So it's starting in your throat. Hopefully your body recognizes quickly that there is something foreign in your body that doesn't belong there. The human body is so fascinating that it will send out memory cells, and it will also send out, it also increases your body temperature to create an unstable or uncomfortable environment for the virus to grow. A lot of people don't know that, but that's what it does. So that's why your body temperature start going up, because they want to create an unstable environment for the virus to start reproducing. And once the virus start reproducing, then your body send off memory cells to recognize, like, hey, there's something in here that don't belong in here. Let's, get a memory of what this is. So if we see this again, we will instantly start fighting. There's no delay. We instantly start increasing the temperature, and we will instantly start sending out those fighters, them little soldier cells. Now our little soldier cells are what I call them. Once the body is temperature, next thing you know, your body sends off them little soldier cells to say, okay, now we got this recorded in memory, let's get out there and start fighting this thing, so they doing a battle. COVID trying to do what it's trying to do, the fighter cells doing what they trying to do, and hopefully if your body's immune system is strong enough, the soldier cells are defeating the virus, and instead of the virus continuing to multiply, it's decreasing. And that's where you start beginning to feel good process, and you start to feel better. But you're going to feel worse, naturally, like they say, before you feel better. Because your body is going through this transition phase, trying to fight off this enemy that's inside of your body that's trying to cause destruction. Now, from my understanding, what most people are dying from or getting extremely sick because they don't have strong immune systems, or they have, like they say, underlying health conditions to where their immune system not as strong. And also people that your body doesn't recognize that it has a virus, an infection, that it needs to kill, and the infection multiplies so much that now it's going down into your lungs. Because what we breathe in and what goes through our mouth, is going further deeper down in your body, and now it has spread it from your throat down to your lungs. And this is where it becomes a huge problem. Once it enters your lungs, it's like now they really can multiply, and it's doing damage to your lungs, and inside your body is trying to fight it, because it's definitely recognizing that something is wrong now, and your body is trying to fight it while it's inside of your lungs, and it's decreasing the effectiveness of your lungs working for you, which a lot of times be the reason people start having shortness of breath and different things like that. Now, as the virus continues to grow, you can get mucus, pus, and fluid in your lungs, and as we all know, the lungs is only designed for air. Fluid does not compress. So your lung is contracting, and with fluid in there, now it can't function properly. Now it's trying to fight off the fluid, and it's trying to fight off the virus. And if you don't have strong lungs or healthier enough lungs, your lungs could just say, "Hey, forget it, man. We can't fight this no more. Just stop functioning." And that's when some people, I believe, are dying from it. Now, this is all different things that I've read, and my understanding of how it is working and how most people are dying from it. Of course, different case scenarios are different, and it works differently with different people, but most common things is what I'm describing. So that's why I tell people, man, mask up, you know what I mean, because that's the main way it enters into your body. Now, you can touch the surface, but as we all know, as long as you don't have no open wounds or anything on your hands, yeah, you are touching the surface that can be contaminated, and you can have the contamination on your hand. But as long as it's not entering into your body, it's not multiplying, right? Because it needs a host. And our humans, we're perfect hosts of a lot of different viruses and infectious diseases. But by being on your hands, that's why you got to keep hand sanitizer in your car. Keep hand sanitizer in both my vehicles. I keep hand sanitizer as soon as I walk into my house. I keep hand sanitizer in both of my bathrooms, and it's best if you're coming from outside, you hand sanitize before you going over people's house, the whole nine. Hand sanitize, wash your hands, and then hand sanitize again. That's what I strongly recommend. That's what I've been doing. Just to make sure that if it is on my hands, I don't have any open wounds on my hands, because it can't enter your body into that way. So if you have any open wounds or cuts or anything on your hands, it's better to wear gloves. But if you do not, just make sure you hand sanitize it as much as possible, and you're washing your hands for 20 seconds. 20-second wash, and I count. So I suggest counting. I count to 22. Just give me an extra 2 seconds when I'm washing my hands. So when I jump in my car, I hand sanitize. I enter my house, I hand sanitize, wash my hands, then I hand sanitize again. Just to make sure I'm not having it on my hand, and then I'm going to touch my steering wheel, and then I'm going to touch different things in the house. You want to make sure that all these surfaces that you're touching the most are being disinfected. And if you don't have no hand sanitizer, but you got some disinfectant wipes, use them. Disinfectant wipes, same thing. Disinfectant wipe your hands, throw it in the trash, wash your hands, and you should be good. You may not have no hand sanitizer to do the third step that I'm doing. I'm not suggesting everyone has to do it, but that's what I'm doing. But you can sanitize, wash, and sanitize again. It's I think it's very important that people do that and have an understanding of how this COVID is actually working in the human body. So that's my 2 cents on it. I highly suggest people, become more aware of what it is and how it affects your body, and become more aware of your body in itself and how you can contract it and how you can get infected. And definitely, like I tell, definitely. People be laughing at me, whatever, I don't care. Mask up. That's what I'm calling it, mask up. If you got a mask or you need a mask, go get a mask and mask up during these troubling times. Anytime you're around other people, like if I'm going to the store, if I'm going to get goods, if I'm going to just do different little things, I'm masking up, hands down. Now when I'm at home chilling, yeah, I ain't gonna wear a mask. If I have company come over, I'm Lysol disinfecting, and shoes come off at the door, you wipe the disinfectant wiping doorknobs, and disinfecting the bathrooms, whatever anybody else is around, you want to disinfect those things. I think in this 2-week trial period, why they shutting everything down, because I'm not working right now, so I know a lot of people just like me had to get laid off or whatever, or their income revenue is just not coming in right now. So I know a lot of people out there that's like that. That's a whole nother subject in itself. Let me let this top up. That's a whole nother subject in itself, but still be out here and be safe. I mean, it's a reason for it. People's health is steady growing, people steady dying from it, and it's, they even talking about a dog that caught it, so it's affecting a lot of people. That's not just us humans, but people that are around us as well. So you want to make sure that we be in the safest we possibly can be out here. So that was just my little message on the COVID-19 crisis and virus. Make sure y'all checking on people that can't do for themselves. Make sure you do. Remember, open wounds on hands, put gloves on, definitely mask up anytime you're going anywhere where you are around people. I would suggest, I'm not a doctor or anything, but this is my understanding of what's going on and all the research I have done, because I'm just like everybody else. I want to know what it is, how it works, why, blah, blah, blah. So, like I say, most people are getting it through their nose and their mouth. So masking up helps protect that a lot. And then people having it on their hand, people that like to touch their face a lot. If you're a person that like to touch your face a lot, then you need to keep hand sanitizer on you at all times. And wash your hands often as possible. Instead of washing your hands once or twice, 3-4 times, wash your hands about 10 times a day if you have to. Get some good antibacterial soap. Not just bar soap, get some antibacterial soap. Do everything you got to do to be safe, and do what you got to do to survive these troubling times. Peace.